The point here is to show up every day with consistency and discipline. You've heard me say this 1,000 times because it's the truth. This is the How to Trade Stocks and Options podcast, brought to you by 10MinuteStockTrader.com, where we cover finance, stocks, options, entrepreneurship, education, and money. And here's your host, voted one of the top 100 people in finance, Christopher Uhl. Hey, can you do me a favor? I really want to help you with trading, and the easiest way for me to do that is by heading to secretinvestingbook.com to get my book, The Secret Investing Book, totally free. All you're doing is covering the shipping price, and we'll send you this book that exposes 13 virtually unknown secrets to take the guesswork out of trading. So grab your copy now at secretinvestingbook.com. Be sure to like, subscribe, and watch all of our past episodes. Good afternoon, traders. Happy August 24th, year of our Lord 2023. Brian, glad you made it. I won't keep y'all too long today. So let's just jump right into our market analysis. Welcome to the 10-Minute Trading Room. This is how to trade only 10 minutes a day and exactly how to take the guesswork out of trading. Now with our outlier trading strategy, it always starts with the market. If we're going to be bearish, when you see a 10 under the 20, price under the 50. So let's go look at the SPY real quick. Let's go to the daily and let's make it bigger. So we got it back. You know, yesterday I was saying, don't touch anything. It could have a little bit of a, what is the word I'm thinking of? Choppiness to it here. And lo and behold, look at this. Brian and I talked about this before. There is actually a, what do they call it? These are order blocks, right? Yeah, order blocks. There's an order block sitting in this area right here. Now, I mentioned before that on these order blocks, when price moves down into them, you could see them bounce back up. Price is moving back into an order block right here. I wouldn't be surprised if this bounced back up tomorrow. Now, this order block was set on August 17th, and so it would not surprise me at all to see it come back up and then boom, right back up, maybe back into the 477 area. Donna, good to see you. So this is a really, really cool tool that I would absolutely recommend you put on your charts. And I mean, for a perfect example, take a look at this order block way back here, right? This order block set on March 29th, 2022, wasn't ever touched. And then the first time price gets into that, boom, rejected. So these order blocks are sick. And what's cool about it is that they stay on the chart until they get filled, right? Until that order block goes away, they stay up on the chart. Brian, good to see you. How do you see it when it was set up? So yesterday it wasn't there. In fact, let's do this real quick. Let's pull up yesterday's stream. And I want to show you that it wasn't there. So you've got to, honestly, it's just paying attention. Not that you don't pay attention, Brian. It's just the play real quick. It's just this does not show the day it happens. See, this is yesterday's stream, and it's not there. See what I mean? It's like a Inception thing going on. This is yesterday's stream, and it's not there. And today's it is. So, it does take time to materialize because I emailed the, let me close that window real quick. Yes, okay. I emailed, Victor, good to see you. I don't know if I said hello yet. I emailed the TrendSpider people and I'm like, does this show up the day that it happens? And they just kept referring me to the articles, like the help desk articles or whatever they had on it. And so just by powers of observation, seeing that it does take time to materialize, and it makes sense, right? Because if there's a big open order right here, you don't know if it's going to get filled. So then after X number of periods or whatever the case is, they can say, hey, that order hasn't been filled yet. There's a chance that it can be filled, and it's going to sit right there until it gets filled. So either way, I would not be surprised to see that price comes back into the 442, 445 area in the next couple days. But let's go through our trend template. The 10 is under the 20, price is under the 50. MMFI, totally rocked, awful, down at 33%. So only 1 in 3 stocks is above its own 50-day moving average. So that does give us a bearish trend right now. And in fact, it would set us up for a offensive day. So moving on to the next step, we need to look at our existing positions before we go anywhere else. So the first one that we have on, let's look at AA first. AA, Alcoa. There's an order block waiting way up there, so that's not an issue for us. Basically, it's at where we got in. There's nothing going on right now. It's not at our half ATR. It's not at the 10 EMA. Let's take a look at outlier data real quick. This one I mentioned yesterday, because it is already past our first exit point, we go 2 shades darker. That's it. 2 shades darker. And right now, from the time we got in, it's the same shade of darkness. So nothing's changed. Still has a sell signal. So AA stays on. We don't have a reason to get out. Now TFC, on the other hand, is like the only stock today that's up besides NVIDIA. So we do need to get out of this one. Why are we going to get out? Right? It's not at the 10-day, but it is above our half ATR exit point, right? And you know what? It absolutely 100% could come back around tomorrow. In fact, let's go look at it. We got a sell signal a couple days ago. It's looks totally fine if we weren't already using our risk to keep us out of trouble, right? We've already established this is how much risk we're willing to take. We got to cut it off at the knees before it hurts us anymore. So we will be closing TFC. And in fact, let's go do that right now. TFC, close. Oh, sorry. I had it pulled up on my screen here. TFC, September 15th, 30 puts. All right, let's see where we can get filled. All right, I'm working on order for 155. Not getting filled. Let's try 153. Not getting filled. Let's try a 51. There it goes. Average fill price, 151. So I'm out at 151, which looks like it could have been better, but out and off of the trade, right? Of course we could hold this. You can always hold any trade that's going against you, but that doesn't mean it's ever going to come back. That could have literally been the low point. The only thing that will save you is by keeping your risk in check. So let's move on to the next step, right? We have one on, one off. And the next step would be grab the outlier signals for the day. And there's not many. There's not many at all. There are only 4, I think, or 5. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's only 4. So I dropped those into the outlier scanner. Nobody's pulling through. Nobody's pulling through. You can see the relative strength on all these. Let me zoom in for you. The relative strength on all these is way more than 100. Even though they are, relative strength delta is coming down, meaning the relative strength is going down. The relative strength currently is still greater than 1, greater than the market. And we wanted to see it worse, right? So there's none of these to be traded today. I wouldn't trade any of these today. So that's going to conclude the trading for the day, right? We're not going to go any further because we've already established, we've already found the trend is down. We know that for sure. We've already taken off one and left one on based on our exit criterias. And the outlier data, while it does give us some to look at, none of them pass through the relative strength scanner, right? So the reason we have it as a funnel is we want the very best ones, or the very worst ones in this case, the very worst ones to come all the way through and fall out the bottom of the funnel. And we just don't have that today. So let's move to the next part, which is our final thoughts. All right. So today is Thursday. Yes. Okay. If you win one trade, never forget it's only one trade. If you lose one trade, never forget it's only one trade. Trading's a marathon, not a sprint. Right? The point here is to show up every day with consistency and discipline. You've heard me say this 1,000 times because it's the truth. I'm listening to the audiobook on Atomic Habits. And one thing that he talks about in there, which I thought was pretty cool, is when you have good habits and you have time, all you have to do is show up and the habits will basically work out over time. When you have bad habits and you have time, they work against you over time, and that's not a good thing. But the habit of just showing up, being there, taking the trades when they're there, that's the way that the game is played. And you have to just continue to show up. It'll work at some point. We'll have some huge trades. Then we'll have some trades that just do this, right? Just, whatever. Take them off real quick. Don't let them work against you. Brian knows. That's a good book. Brian, I am on my 42nd book of the year. I'm way behind my schedule, but that's all right. So yeah, it is a great book. I would definitely recommend everyone to pick it up because, leaders are readers, and you guys are leaders here in the 10-Minute Trading Room. Thank you all so much for coming to today's 10-Minute Trading Room. I will see you right back here tomorrow, unless it's a transition day, and then I won't see you tomorrow. Hey, don't forget to grab your free Secret Investing book over at secretinvestingbook.com while it's still available.